Good evening, you lovely lot. It's not Sunday, it's Monday, but we're going to do the live. Again, this is going to be your show. It's going to be the phone in. Loads to be talking about this weekend. None more so than what was triggered by my video this morning, no doubt. Look, a lot of people did disagree, as you can see from the comments. A lot of you that have battered me in there. I did anticipate that. You're entitled to your opinions, same as I'm entitled to mine, and that's the way that we're going to drive this because, yeah, I've got two calls lined up initially, and then we'll see how we go from there. But ultimately, I do still feel the same now. I feel confident that West Ham can stay up, 100%. I do feel that. I think we've done amazing work since January. Brilliant. I've just got I've got a nagging doubt. And that can all be put to bed on the weekend. And that nagging doubt is that now that we're almost there, Nuno could effectively slip into his defensive mindset again, because that was uber defensive at the weekend. It was. So taking the result and the performance and everything else out of it, for me, that's my concern. My concern is going up against the four teams that we're going up against. We're still in a relegation zone, and we've got 8 games left. And we've got to do better than them. We have. Now, we've got to pull out of it. So it can all be put to bed. This could all be nothing. This could be me being stupid. I hope it is. My God, I hope it is. Because I'm petrified that it goes wrong now at this stage. Because it would be now, at this point. This could turn into, if it went wrong, this could be the most humiliating relegation if we got relegated now, couldn't it? You know, with Millwall coming up and us bantering fucking Tottenham for the last month and, you know, being lured into the false sense of security that we are actually going to do it. We're going to push through. You can't bait us in like that, Nuno. We've got to push through this and we've got to do it because the team is showing that we've got what it takes to get out of this mess. So I'm petrified that he's going to revert to type. I don't want him to. I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to fucking, you know, not do the back five. Go for the game. And if that don't work against Villa, go for the next game against Wolves. Just keep doing that. Because ultimately, that is how. It's goals that are going to keep us safe. We've got enough in this team. We have. And that is my fear. And that's what's driving me at the moment. Okay? And I can't help that. I can't help shaking the anxiety. People are saying bipolar. Look, listen. Yes, we play on Saturday. Everyone else plays on Sunday. They cancelled out our result. And we was lucky that it didn't go worse on Sunday. Like I said, Leeds missed the penalty. Forest had 2 goals, this lad, didn't they? Was it just 1 or 2? And Tottenham should have beat Leeds. Now, there weren't much that we could do about that because we was playing Man City. I accept that. Even if we'd have gone at Man City, the odds are we wouldn't have won. We might not have drawn. I don't know. But I can't shake the fact that when we needed a goal, we went straight down the other end, we scored, and they were shit defensively. The one time we bothered them, they didn't know how to cope with it. So I just wish, at home, I can't get on board with that mentality. I don't care who it's against, you know. And I ain't even talking about football style now. This ain't like with Moyes. I'm not talking about his football style. I don't care how we win or how we attack. I just want us to attack. That's what I want. I just want us to attack, whether that's fucking playing good football or playing long ball. I just want chances on goal. I want us to score. I want us to get out of this mess. So it isn't even necessarily football style. It's mentality. That was defensive as shit. Massive credit to that team to do what they did because it was heroic what they did. It wasn't. It was, you know, it wasn't a thankless task in the end, but it could have been. And like I said, there's putting your body on your line, on the line, and then there's that. So this is my concern. Because I think if we play like that, if that's the mentality that we take into the rest of, it doesn't make any sense because playing like that isn't what's got us to where we are now, which is literally 1 win away from jumping out the bottom 3. It's not. It's winning games. It's scoring goals. That's what's got us there. So I don't see why that would change now. Now, like I said, I know it could hopefully just be the fact that we was playing Man City and he took it as a calculated risk. A lot of people are making the same point, and it's a good point. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I've just got, I don't know. Because of what I know about Nuno and the type of manager that he's been in the past, I know what his instincts and his impulses are as a manager, what his strengths are. I'm worried. I'm worried that he's going to have looked at that and gone, oh, fucking look at that. That worked a treat. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that it worked. I am worried that Nuno did what Nuno wanted to do and it worked. We didn't win, but that's against Man City. So I'm a little bit concerned that this could, you know, muddy the water for us a little bit to a degree. We can't fuck this up now. We've got 8 games to go. We've done so well. I just want us to go for the game. I want us to go for the games now. You know, we can't get relegated now. It'd be terrible. Be terrible. But like I said, I've got a few callers lined up. Before I do that, I'm going to quickly run through the chat. Don't even want to talk to you all, laugh here. You've been battering me. Do you know there was one comment in the video that I did earlier on? It had almost as many likes as what my video did. Basically calling me an idiot. Look, everyone's entitled to your opinion. And in the chat tonight, I've told the mods as well, because they can be a little bit whoosh, trigger happy. I have said, I know I've pissed on a lot of chips. I said that on the video earlier on. I said, don't like the video until you've watched it, because a lot of you might not like it. I'd already had that debate in our group, and there was the same sort of thing in there. So I've said, say what you want, but be respectful. The only thing that's going to get you blocked or banned is if you start insulting. So don't do that, all right? Okay. As always, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And don't forget, drop a like on the video because it does really help us. Let's see who we've got in the chat before we go to the first caller. So we've got... Hang on. Am I going to have to do it again? Oh, my God. What? This is every time now. Do you know I test this before I go live? I hit the live button, and then this happens. I'm sorry. Thing is, I love the software, but I don't. This is like a bug. Hang on, just 2 seconds. Fucking hell, that's no good, is it? Right, okay. Let's put that there, like that. Drag that over. Hang on, drag that over there. Oh, it's gone. Still there? Right, Wayne Hipwood. Be all right now. And we've got Randy. How you doing, mate? Irons TV. He don't agree with me, but I don't care. Listen, I hope you're right, mate. I do. I'm not willing. I don't want to be right. You know. In fact, I don't even. It's not. I'm not even predicting that he's going to do that. I'm worried that he's going to do that. I'm not saying he 100% will. I'm worried that he's going to do that. That's what I'm worried about. I am. Stevie Bill, how you doing, mate? DJ Alan Thomas, how you doing? Randy, you got Ian Pryor. You got Tony, how you doing, mate? Need to bring back some baby Nicks, I think. Mark Pendleton. Brian Patterson. Where are we? There's loads of you. We've got Scott Wheeler, how you doing, mate? We've got Victor Williams. Got Stephen Palmer. Stevie Palmer, how you doing, mate? And, right, Lewis Hammers. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to go through you all because there's loads of you. All right? Okay. Rob, everyone else, I can see you. Doghouse. Hello, people. Right, and we've got Jay there as well. What does he say? If we stay up on goal difference, we will look back and appreciate we didn't get battered and lost a chance of making the goal difference in touch with Forest. I hope you're right, Jay. Do. I hope you're right. It isn't so much the point. It's the manner in which we got the point, if that makes sense. Not even the manner in which we got it, because it was heroic. It was the fact that we set out for a point. I can't wrap my head around that. I can't. Who does that at home? We conceded, we went straight up the other end, scored a fucking goal, and then thought, oh, that was easy. Well, we didn't think all that was easy, but it was. And then we didn't try and score. We didn't try and repeat that and do that again. No. Just thought we'd put ourselves under pressure for the rest of the game. So no. Look, anyway. That's my concern, all right? And I ain't going to say sorry for how I'm feeling, because I don't want West Ham to get relegated. I really don't. I spent the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks mugging Spurs off. You know, I'm starting to see things now, like Gio done a video earlier on. I'm feeling that paranoid now, not on his channel, on Tart and Gio, with this is why Nottingham Forest could go down, and I'm starting to think everything I'm seeing is bad juju now. I'm looking at it thinking, West Ham fans, please fucking stop it. We've got to stop doing these videos and talking about other teams that could go down, because I just feel like, you know, I don't think we're in a position to be Bertie Big Bollocks at the moment. I think we just need to rein it in and wait until we're out the bottom three. And then I think we've already gone too soon on the banter side of it. Like I said, it could be humiliating. It could be. Right. Let's make this phone call anyway. Like I said, I've said my piece. Now it's over to you lot. All right? I'm sure I'll disagree with you, but that's what I'll do, innit? Right. Where are we? 1 second. Oh, I've got to do it now. Here we go. Ooh. Hello, Russ.
How you doing, Nick? You right, bud?
I'm not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Not too terrible, thank you.
Good. Did you catch my my morning ramble?
I did, yes. Whilst I was driving home from the school, me up. Yeah, thank you for that.
Didn't drive off a bridge. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. So I know it's not. I suppose it's not really what you want to be hearing on a Monday morning. Look, listen. I'm worried. Okay. Do you understand my concerns, or do you share it?
Concerns as you. I share your concerns, and I guess one of the that I would call in tonight is because I've been trying to convince myself for the past days, well, we're really for the past couple of weeks, that we are going to stay up, and I've never did it until this weekend, really.
So this weekend has made you believe.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I think I'll take you on a little journey. So I think myself as a bit of a realist with pessimistic tendencies, probably similar to you.
Yeah.
And anyone that isn't a Gary would know, you can look at any statistics and what you want from it and get confirmation bias, right? Yeah. Which I think is what your video was.
Yeah.
Obviously, looking at the fact that we had one corner against, we played really, really deep, and we know Nuno not to shit himself again and start to play that kind of way. I'm of course worried about that, just like you are. But that's ignoring all the other facts which point to the opposite. Like, even when Nuno come in, he decided to shit the bed from day one.
Yeah.
But since I think it's 16 games, although I can only find a Premier League table, which is the last 15 games,
right,
still above Forest and Spurs. In the last 8 games, where Nuno's pair of balls, we're above Leeds, Forest and Spurs by some margin.
Where are we? We're ninth in that table, aren't we?
We are. We're ninth in that table, and literally out by, I think it's Forest and Leeds by 0.5 points a game, and by 1.3 points a game because they're dog shit. And yes, you may remember I was at the Wolves game. I also went to the Forest game.
Yeah.
And when I thought we were absolutely dead and buried, and we had a really, really shit performance against a crap QPR team, a fluke to win, and then our form. Right, so I'm actually more worried that other teams will have that fluke and get confident and start being better than I am about us being even more shit than we were.
Yeah.
But yeah, same as you, I'm worried that Nuno's going to shit the bed again.
Yeah.
But if you look at all the 16 games, 10 games, 8 games, there's nothing in there that tells you that we're not going to all 3 of the other relegation rivals.
So
we've played City in there, we've played Chelsea.
So if you base it on the trend of the last 15 games, say if the last 8 games follow the trend of the last 15, we stay up.
Yep,
is what you're saying.
We stay up, and even if so, you can pick any game in the last since any period of time, we stay up.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, you're making me feel better. I think I need it. I need a cuddle.
I'm making myself feel better as well.
I know. I just can't. The only thing, like I said, I can't shake it because I do think that uplifting form that you've been referring to in the last 15 games, what we can't forget, in the last 15 games, that was due to, obviously when Paco came in, we went to what looked like a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1. We started changing the style of play. We started going at teams. We started winning. We started winning games of football. Have you got any fear at all that Nuno? Are you worried that Nuno isn't going to have got such a hard on from that game the other day, playing with basically 10 people behind the ball and it working? Because it's his dream, it is. Are you worried?
It's definitely his wet dream.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Are you not worried that he can think, "Ooh, away at Villa"?
Yeah, I mean, I am worried, but I saw the game as differently to you. So yes, we obviously set up to hit him on the break, but there was 2 or 3 times in the first sort of, I don't know, I think I turned it on after 7 late. So in the first half an hour, there were 3 or 4 times we ended up pressing them really high. Fernandez, Souček, Tati, Bowen all went quite fast, and they just passed it around us immediately. And it was then they kind of stopped going forward, and then we started breaking with 1s and 2s, and we don't really have the quality thing there. So I think they were actually trying to win, but they realised that maybe they couldn't, or that their defenders were much quicker than all of our attackers. We didn't have some of it, so I'm not sure.
There was those 2 moments, weren't there? Do you remember? I think it was Tati and Bowen both had individual foot races against their centre backs. Their centre backs were so much faster. They were so much faster than their attackers. It was fucking ridiculous.
So I think we then did nothing in the second half apart from trying to protect our goal, because we saw that we had basically no chance of getting forward and scoring unless we open it, which obviously is the most dangerous thing you can do against a City team with Haaland, who's like a freight train.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Okay. All right. Well, look. You've definitely put a bit of a different spin on it for me. I mean, I'm aware.
Good.
I am aware that we are the informed team down there. I do know that, and I think that's why I should be feeling confident now, but I'm not, because I feel like we've done so fucking well. It would be a travesty now at this stage if we didn't stay up with what we've done, with the work that we've put in, with what we're seeing in that team that we're all falling in love with. Because if we go down, that's going to get dismantled and broken up. It would be a fucking tragedy if we got relegated now. And the only person I don't even think it's injuries, mate, because even without Jimmy on the field, when we needed to, listen, we scored quick, we did, and even without Jimmy on the field, we scored. I know it was from a corner, but we forced that corner. We forced that action. It was the only corner we had all game. And I'm still going to say it now. We only scored because we conceded. I do believe that. I think that because we conceded, we went after it again to try and get it back. And
see, now you're convincing yourself again.
I know. I can't help it. I'm sucking myself back in. But no. But anyway, Russ, thank you very much for the call, mate.
No worries, Nick.
All right.
Take care, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I enjoyed that. Cheers, Russ. Thanks, mate.
Bye.
Top man. Right. Okay, there you go. A different perspective. He has made me feel a little bit better, actually. Look, it is true. Sometimes you do need... Well, I need reminding. All you lot are buzzing on air. I clearly can see from the tantrums in the chats earlier on. I've never been called so many names. Well, that's a lie. But I get it. That's why... I mean, there is one comment in there that's got almost as many likes as my video. There is. So I do get it, because on a Monday morning, the last thing you want is someone pissing all over your fry-up, and that's probably what I did. But I wanted to get it out there. It wasn't a knee-jerk either. I felt like that. I felt worse. It would have been worse on Sunday. After them games, it would have been way worse, But I woke up in the morning. I hadn't had any breakfast either. But I woke up in the morning. I felt the same. I still feel the same now a little bit. And it's just fear. I've got fear. I am. Maybe I'm being a pussy. I don't know. I think if he don't do what he did against... No, it sounds mad, because we defended so well. But if he doesn't play like that and we go back to playing how we did, I think we'll stay up with no problems. Just don't want to see that 5 at the back thing anymore. I really don't. It's got nothing to do with the three at the back either. I love Dizazi. I love Tadibo. I love Mavro. We don't need three. We don't. Just two of them. As long as one of them's Mavropanos. Here's Brian. He's one of my people who had a go at me earlier on, but he's given me a tenner. So thank you very much, Brian. He called me a muppet. No, it's fine. Look, listen, as I said at the start of the video, I expected that I was going to ruffle a few feathers. But what do you want me to do? Do you want me to not be honest? Do you want me to, it's what it's all about, isn't it? All right, here we go. Next one.
Hello.
Hello, is that Gary?
Hello, Nick.
How are you? You all right?
I'm all right. How's Bipolar FC?
Yeah, no, mate, it's going to be like that until the end of the season. I can't. I'll tell you what. Do you know what I'm looking forward to most about next weekend? We're not playing before everyone. I can't stand all this 24 hours before bollocks because I don't like it. It takes the whole weekend up. And at least next weekend we play on the Sunday, same time as Forest and Spurs, and it's done then. At the end of the 90 minutes, you know where you stand.
Do yourself a favour. Go on to the Leeds channel, Conor McGillan, and he's been on for weeks and weeks and weeks. He's actually adamant West Ham are staying up. He said he's actually envious of what we're playing. Go and watch him, Nick. Yeah, and he loves it.
I do get it because as Russ was saying before this call, and as you've said before, when you look at the trend, when you look at the last 15 games, you can see it. We're the informed team, but my worry is because I know the type of manager that Nuno is. I know how much he would have enjoyed what he watched at the weekend. Now I know that you don't think that's a way to play either, Gal.
No, listen. Can I tell you how I felt before the game? Right,
go on.
Before the game, we're bearing in mind we were 14 points behind Tottenham, and we was level with them up to yesterday. We're really close the gap. We were 7 points behind Forest, and we've closed the gap right on teams. Now we're on a straight race. Now, we're virtually the same. It's just that goal difference, which isn't much with Forest, is it? Only about 3 goals.
No.
But before the game, right, I knew Jimmy weren't playing. Some of them weren't playing. I thought, right. Now, I don't like 3 at the back. I like the back 4. But in this game, I thought, if he does it, I'm not going to complain because we've got 3 centre-backs that are all banging form. All 3 of them are brilliant at the moment. I thought, if there's ever going to be a game to play this, and bearing in mind we haven't beaten City in 20 games, for me, that was a point gained. Now, people have got mixed views with this. I'm watching West Ham Fan TV earlier, and Nicky Hawkins was saying, some people were saying it's feel a bit down. And Ryan Archer went the opposite, which I agree. We played City, and we're still there. We haven't lost anything.
I see that as well. I do see that as well. So
I think Ryan was right.
Yeah, if you look at it before the weekend, and you look at City from the outset, you'll be thinking we ain't going to get nothing from that. And there are other teams such as Forest that had winnable games. Leeds as well had a winnable game, and so I get it. So the fact that we've got that fixture out of the way and we're still in the mix, I get it.
That's right.
But I'm growing a little impatient, Gary, of us.
I know what you're saying.
How many times we are in quicksand, mate? We can't get out. We can't get out.
But the thing is, with the other teams, Nick, Leeds haven't scored a goal in 3 games now. They're not winning games, Leeds. I mean, Conor McGillan was saying he's worried about the fact that Leeds do draw a lot of games, but they're not winning games. Yeah. And at some point, to get out of this, you've probably got to win back-to-back games at some point. Forest can't score goals. I said to you last week, they just can't score.
Well, they scored 2. They scored 2. They was disallowed.
Well, yeah, but the fact is, the goals are not. They're not there. They're not getting the goals. I know what you're saying. And Tottenham, I mean, that could be a blip yesterday. I mean, Liverpool were just how the hell we let in 5 against them. I do not know. When I watched that Liverpool team yesterday, I couldn't believe how poor they were.
Well, I think, but what that was, Gary, if you remember at the start of that Liverpool game, we did nothing. We was asleep. We was just sat there completely. We was 2-0 down before you know it. And I think against Liverpool, especially with the way that they've been playing, what you got to credit Spurs with is they win at them. And if you go at Liverpool, they fall to fucking pieces at the minute. So that's what we didn't do in the second half. We came out and we went toe to toe with them. You say we drew the second half 2-2. You know,
I mean, the good thing about the moment is we've got our centre halves now. I mean, you think our defence early in the season, we just cave in, wouldn't we? You know, that would have been Man City early in the season. We'd have lost 4 or 5-0 in that game. But we've got 3 centre backs now that are all playing out their skins. Mavropanos, Tabido, all of them are brilliant.
Yeah.
We've got, you know, and I think if Somerville's fit for Sunday against Villa, I think he'll go back to a back 4.
I fucking hope so. I really
trying to fit Jimmy in otherwise. He's trying. Because I thought at my time, well, we ain't going to have the width there without Jimmy. So maybe having wing backs with youth will give us that a little bit more. But I think he'll go for it, Nick, more. I think he's got. That's a point game for me. I went out Saturday night.
Thing is, Gal, we can't have a situation where we're relying on one player or we just can't attack and score. And the thing is, I don't even think that's the case anyway, because if you look at the Brentford game when we played against Brentford, Jimmy was on the bench and Bowen was amazing in that game. Going forward, he was really good. So I don't know. I think a lot of it comes down to a lot of it does come down to the way that we was set up. Because the thing is, right, as good as Man City are, you can always get at them and you can always get fucking chances.
Oh yeah.
You can always.
So any of these teams you can really, if you're prepared to have a go. But of course, you know, if it goes against you, then you end up getting smashed. You're on the break, and you end up, you know, the manager's then don't know what he's doing. So, but that for me, Nick, that point against Man City it felt to me like a win almost. You know, and now how I looked at it was up until Tottenham played yesterday. Everyone expected Tottenham to lose that game, including every Tottenham fan.
I think it was that. I think it was that game.
Now. We're on the same point. Yeah, but it's only, listen, they've got the beauty of it is, Nick, look at this weekend's games now. Tottenham play Forest. They both can't win. If we get a point against Villa, even a point, and Forest, say, lose, we're out the bottom 3. If we win the game against Villa, and Villa's form is terrible.
Can I run through this with you, based on what I said earlier on? Yeah. I'll do it the reverse way around. First of all, right, we've got 8 games left. Our final 4 games, okay? Our final 4 games. Now, I'm not saying these are not winnable, by the way. I'm just saying they ain't easy. Historically, they're not easy for West Ham. Brentford away ain't easy for West Ham.
No.
Arsenal is not easy. Newcastle away ain't easy. I know they're starting to pick up form now. They're looking all right. I know we've got a decent record there, but they're a good team, right? It's not easy. Yeah. And then we've got Leeds, which is anyone's game if it's a 6-pointer. So what I'm saying, what I want to do is, what I want to go on to you. My point is, I think if we're not out of the bottom 4 by the time we get through our next 4 games, I think we're really in trouble. Because if you look at Tottenham's next 4 games, Tottenham have got, you've got Tottenham and Forest are playing each other. So there's either going to be a draw or one of them's going to pick up 3 points. Tottenham are then playing Sunderland. They're at home to Brighton. They're away to Wolves. There's winnable games there for them. Forest, they play Tottenham. Then they're at home to Villa. They're at home to Burnley. Then they play Sunderland. If you look at Leeds, they're at home to Brentford. They're away to Man U, which is a nothing. They won't win that. But then they're at home to Wolves and they're away to Bournemouth. There's winnable fixtures there for them. Us,
Wolves are in.
Yeah, but we've got to play. That's what I'm saying.
You can drive yourself mad trying to work all this out.
But what I'm saying is, I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking it's all very. This is what I don't get. If that had been 5 games ago, it's not the point. It's not the fact that we got a point. I think the point is a good point. What I can't get out of my head is the fact that we set out for no more than a point. That's really what I'm struggling with, Gal. I don't get it because there's 8 games left. It's so tight.
I mean, you take Leeds a couple of weeks ago, played Man City, Leeds, and considering how good Leeds are at home, and City beat them 1-0, so Leeds got nothing from that game.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think this team now, the team spirit is so high now. I think these teams, they will go out now, and I think if we get Somerville back Sunday, I think he'll go back to a back 4.
If he does
the only problem is then
if he does that, I'll be so pleased, mate. I really will be so pleased.
He's got a decision to make, though, Nick. Who does he leave out of the 3 centre-backs? Because you leave Mavropanos is brilliant.
You leave Desires. I mean, at the moment, based on the last game, mate, Tadibo and Mavropanos are superhuman. Desires was the worst of the 3. But it weren't bad. I'm just saying Mavropanos and Tadibo were a different level. And look, they know it doesn't really matter what combination you choose of those 3 centre-backs. You know, but you can't...
and the thing with Villa, they only normally play with one up. It's normally just Watkins or they've got Abraham. So you may not need 3 centre-backs. I mean, we play against... City are a different... You know, I mean, don't forget, City, effectively, they've lost the title on Saturday night.
Yeah.
They were going for it.
Yeah.
They were going for it, and we stopped. So, and even the Arsenal game, you're saying, people were right. I mean, there is no free hits now anyway. That term is redundant. There is no free hits.
Yeah.
Arsenal could come there. They could have the title wrapped up Sunday, Blast.
Yeah, possibly. But do you not think? Can we only go back to 4 at the back if Jimmy's? This is what I don't get as well. If Jimmy's back, we'll go back to 4 at the back. So we can only, if we haven't got Jimmy, we haven't got Jimmy, all we can do is defend. That seems mad. That seems mental.
Trying to take your point. I'm trying to take your point. So if we went with 4 at the back with Jimmy, so obviously you'd be like him and Bowen with the forward, and you have to, that would work out. If you play with wing backs with Jimmy, I'm trying to work out how you do it. You probably would. You probably have a Suchek Fernandez in the middle, and you'd probably have Bowen, Somerville, and one of the other 2 up front. Yeah, but you can still play Jimmy.
Yeah, but I think obviously.
Either way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think what we need to do, if Jimmy's back, it's a nice surprise. But we've got to factor in that he might not be, right? He might not be fit. Not. Okay, so we've got other players that can play there. You've got Traore that can play on the wing. We've got Le Madrid that can play on the wing. We've got players in the academy that can play on the wing that are tricky. You've got players like Ajala that can play left wing as well. So we can retain our shape. With all due respect as well, why couldn't you play Diouf on the left wing and play fucking Kyle Walker-Peters at left back?
Well, that's another. I did think that on Saturday. That was the other option. You could have done that.
Why couldn't we do that?
You could have done that.
Yeah.
Then you left back. You wouldn't want to play Skulls against Man City. You put Walker-Peters there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you're playing Jim, if you're playing Jew further forward.
So I don't.
You got the width.
Yeah. So I don't accept that if we haven't got Jimmy, we have to play a back 5 because I'm sorry. Well, what does that say about the 50 million that he spent in the summer? If basically we can't attack without Jimmy on the field, who's already here, what does that say about the 2 fucking strikers?
I just think Nuno thought we get a point from this game. It carries a momentum. You carry on your winning run. We're not losing games at home anymore now, which is another point I was thinking about. We haven't lost that game either now, And I'm really, I was confident weeks ago, Nick, and I'm even more confident now.
So I do know what you mean. So are you like Russ? Are you more confident after the Man City game?
Yeah, more confident.
Okay, yeah. No,
because of our record here, it's like going up to Anfield and getting something. It's a terrible record here. I mean, Tottenham got a terrible record here, and they got a point. But Man City, we haven't beaten them in 20 games.
Yeah, look, like I said, I'm not knocking the point. I'm not. It's just, I can't. I've got to get over it. It's. Do you know what?
Yeah.
If the results should have gone for us yesterday, I wouldn't be saying any of this. But the fact is they didn't, and we can't rely on results going for us. We got, you can't rely on results going for us.
So I'm trying to think with this Tottenham game on, what do we really want this weekend?
Draw.
Tottenham,
a draw.
We want a draw, don't we?
A draw, because I think if Tottenham win, they're sorted. Because if you're talking about other fan channels, I've been watching a few of the other fan channels. They're talking a little bit like us now. I saw effort, I saw commitment. They're buzzing a little bit with their team with what they saw against Liverpool. So that could be a bit of a catalyst for them if they go and beat Forest. They could just be out of it and gone.
Saying that, there's a Tottenham channel, and they've got their own version of you on there.
Yeah.
And he's more extreme than you. He actually wants them to go down because he thinks you're not going to change it there. But he was saying about, he said it was true. It was the worst game of football he's ever watched. A game, the Liverpool-Tottenham game. He nearly fell asleep. I think this bloke called is it Stelios, and on top. Anyway, he was just saying basically that he thought it was a terrible game. He thought Tottenham worked good and Liverpool was just absolute shit.
Yeah.
So some of the other fans they're dancing because they've got a point they didn't expect.
Yeah.
The teams that fall missing out would be not. I think Nottingham Forest fans would be the ones that are most worried, really, in Leeds, because Forest can't score a goal. Their own channel is saying that we just can't score, and Leeds haven't scored in 3 games.
Thanks, mate.
Leeds haven't scored in 3 games.
Sing Kingy's song. Go on, Gary.
Yeah, Leeds haven't scored in 3 games now, and they're not winning games.
I said sing Kingy's song. He said we are staying up. Say we are staying up. That's what he just said on the show. But no, cheers, Kingy. Yeah, look.
Is that Kingy?
Yeah, it was Kingy. Yeah. So I think for me, it's one game at a time. I suppose it's all we can do. It's a massive opportunity at the weekend. Look, whatever
weekend this one.
Whatever happens, we can't be cut adrift this weekend. That's one bonus because we'll either be close to Tottenham, we'll be close to Forest. Well, one of them two, Leeds could win, but we'll be. But what I'm saying is with them. So even if we've got an opportunity, if we win, we come out of the bottom three. So
and at the moment, this is not the Aston Villa. This is not the Aston Villa of 2 or 3 months ago where you thought, "Oh, this is beyond get anything here." They've really gone to pieces. Oh, they've got injuries, admittedly, but they're just not. They're just losing week in, week out at the moment.
Yeah, you got apparently Wolves have just equalised. Honestly,
yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. But then you see, like everyone was on about weeks ago about Leeds. They've got this great run in. They've got these games that are winnable at home, and what happens? They lost at home to Sunderland. They've gone away at Palace. They haven't scored a goal in either game. They've got 1 point.
Yeah, but I think form and momentum is fragile for any team. It's fragile for us, mate. If we get beat by Aston Villa, listen. That could knack our momentum. And if Tottenham win, that could have the Tottenham effect to us. Where we beat Tottenham, all of a sudden they go on a little run. It's fragile. So although what's happened in the last 8 games, and that's why I think it's so imperative that what we don't do. We've got to continue playing on the front foot. We must, I
mean, Tottenham's own form is just terrible. They're going to be under. So they're going to be under.
Yeah,
in a way, no pressure against Anfield. Everyone wrote them off. Now they've got pressure again. Now they're expected now to go on and start on a winning run against Forest.
Yeah, but I think there might be a little bit with what you saw. Look, talking about the Tottenham game because I watched that the other day. Now, obviously, look, I had a bit of a hang up on some of our stars like Paqueta, and maybe I've had a bit of a learning curve in this as well, because sometimes these big players, maybe they can drag the team down. Because if you look at Tottenham without Van der Ven and Romero in it, they looked a completely different fucking team, a completely different team. Well, they had a team full of players that was committed, that was running at least. And that was trying, and you don't get that when you have their big stars in there. I was talking to a Tottenham fan today, Nick, when I was at work. A Tottenham fan, he's talking to me. He said, he knows I'm a West Ham fan. We was having a chat, and he was saying that. He said, Romero and Van der Ven. He said they don't want to play for the club. He said, I would have him. He said, Danso played. He played really by one of their best players. Well, I think that's what you'll see.
If they don't want to play for the club.
I think they'll be dropped. I think both of them players will be dropped now. And
So
West
Ham are getting a load of plaudits from other teams. They're all saying it, Nick. The team spirit and the way we defended and that is just
that can all change in a game or two, though.
Of course it can.
It can. I mean, I'll be more relaxed when we're at the bottom 3.
Yeah.
Until we're at that, and we've only got 4 games in which to do that as well. Aston Villa's a massive opportunity because Tottenham and Forest are playing each other. If we slip there, because Forest have been beaten their last 4 games, I think it is. So they're not in good form, So
no.
But don't get but
it's just goals.
But at the same time, what you got to look at, I suppose, is it's a massive game for Villa because. If they lose and Liverpool win, they drop out the top 4. So that game means everything for fucking Forest.
See, from Nuno's point of view, although the style of play, I know you like a certain style of play, and I sort of respect that. But with Nuno, like a lot of fans were saying, when he was at Forest, he had them 2 centre backs, Milinkovic and who's the other one, the Brazilian boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean. Anyway, and they were like, especially last season, they were rock solid. And now Nuno's got that within central defenders. He's got central defenders now he can really trust. And not being funny, you got that a few weeks ago. We went back now with this defence.
What he hasn't
got
against
Chelsea and against Brighton, where we give goals away, late goals. That wouldn't have happened now.
Yeah, but what he hasn't got, what he had at Forest when it worked, because it didn't work for long. It didn't. If fucking wheels came off. What when it worked was when he had 2 or 3 absolutely rapid players. So he could play directly. We've got one. We've got one rapid player.
See, also they haven't got Chris Woods up front, have they? That's where the goals came from last season.
No. But I'm saying with us to replicate what he did at Nottingham Forest and play that style, and for that to be effective, you need pace everywhere up front. You do.
I was just thrilled the fact that we didn't have Somerville Saturday. He's been our best player with Fernandes, and we've got a point against Man City and virtually stopped them basically winning the league. We've actually give it to Arsenal.
Yeah, no, great, isn't it? I mean, that's fucking when you say it like that. Fucking hell, stopped them winning the league and giving it to Arsenal. That's fucking.
But listen, if Arsenal got that wrapped up when they come to us and they're in the Champions League still, he might think actually might play a really weak inside. He might think, well, we've got the title one. And might have a really important Champions League game.
Do you know? I don't want to give.
We played Man City between 2 Champions League games.
I don't want to give this bloke. I don't want to give this bloke a shout out, right? But I've got an Arsenal mate, if I can call you that, fucker. But basically, after the Tottenham game, he texted me, and that really sent me on a fucking spiral. And I don't even want to admit this on air because it's what he would like. But what he said was these words to me. He said, "All you've done this weekend is hand Arsenal the title. That's all you've achieved." He said, "See you next year, or maybe not." That was his text. I thought, fucking hell. I just thought, mate, seriously. I didn't need that. I didn't. So
Nick, on a bit of a humorous note for a second.
Go on.
I was going to say, when I come on last week, Kingy come on, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he made me laugh. He said, I think Gary's got a thing for Kieran. He said, I think he'd be out in Brisbane, Kieran would be shit. He thinks.
Well, you do like Kieran. You do like Kieran.
No, what happens each week now? Because I don't go on the social media thing. I won't mention him on here, and then I go on his show. He's on his show, and I watch it on Wednesday night, and he mentions me. So we've got this sort of we're communicating without actually talking.
You'll get together. You'll get together at some point. You will. It'd be like a.
I'd love to.
Love at first sight.
Budgie got the ump because he says you don't mention me. I said, hello, Budge.
But yeah,
I like Kieran. He's a good bloke.
Yeah, no, it's a good show. It is a good show. So, long and short of it is, you don't think, because this is the bone of contention for me. Do you think he's going to stick with the back five?
I don't think he will. No, because but
that's all I want to know.
Nick, end of the day, if hypothetically I said to you now, I've gone back forward in the time machine, and I've come back a week, and I'll tell you now, we played back five, but we beat Villa 1-0 away. You take it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course. I'll tell you. Look. But I'll take a win. I just think we've got more chance, mate. We've got more chance if we have a go at them. We have.
Yeah.
We really
I'm happy.
have.
To be honest, this is the first time I used to hate the 3% back because, like Gio said earlier, a very valid point. He said he didn't like the back three because it was Kilman involved. He said, but Kilman's not involved in it. But the other three lads, any of them are good.
I've been saying for the last 2 years, when Mavropanos was looking shit, when Tadibo was looking shit, when we've been through our worst defensive period, I've been saying for 2 years, it's him. Yeah. He's the fucking common denominator. He's the one.
Yeah.
Take him out, we start looking a bit better.
Give you some credit. You also said Mavropanos is a really good defender.
I did.
And you've been proven right.
I did. I'm not always right. But yeah, I'm going to claim.
But you're right with that one because he's just come on. Isn't it incredible though with players? I mean, maybe we've got to give Nuno some credit for that. He's got his defenders. He's got players. No. Look. I do give him credit for an awful lot. He's done loads. He's doing loads well. That side of it, I've said it. I've said it on a video he's built
last
the team
week.
Spirit, isn't he?
I said he's built the team spirit. They're together. They're fighting. Look at how the team were galvanised against City. That's admirable. It is. But there are other aspects to it as well. And I do think that I'm worried he could piss it away by being too negative. Because he is. He's a negative manager, is what he is. He
is, but you did say the other week as well, which I was very surprised when you said it, that the next 8-9 games, you didn't care how we play as long as we win. Because obviously if we go down, the players will be sold. And people got to really like this team. So we just got to stay up.
We have to stay up.
And if we got a Villa on Sunday and just defend and hit them on the break and win 1-0,
could you imagine the humiliation of getting relegated now at this stage and Tottenham staying up after we've been digging into them as well? Millwall coming up as well. It'd be a fucking joke, Gary.
Let me ask you a question. Who's going down out of the 4 teams? Who do you think is?
I don't think Tottenham now, I've got to be honest. I think it's going to be Forest or Leeds.
See, because they've had one last-minute goal and suddenly... You know, it was really annoying me.
No, because I watched them. I watched the game and they were the polar opposite of what they were, of what they've been. I've been watching their games. They were the polar fucking opposite. There was a lot of commitment there. And I think, like us, if you show a little bit of fight, and they have got players coming back as well, don't forget. They've got players coming back at the end of March and April. So, I personally, for me, I think...
Madison are out for the season. They're out for the season.
Yeah, but no, you asked me, I'm telling you. I think they'll be all right, and I think it'll be Leeds or Forest or us now.
See, I don't... I've slightly changed my view, but only slightly. Because I was hearing for weeks and weeks and weeks on West Ham fans, other channels, people and pundits on the TV. Oh no, Tottenham can't go down. And I'm sitting there thinking, why can't they fucking go down? They haven't won a game this year.
No. I was
and
with
it's going
you.
back to last season as well, Nick. Don't forget last season.
I was with you.
Was terrible.
But I was with you. But I think what's happened is, by hook or by crook, Van der Ven getting sent off has been like a fucking blessing for them, because I think that's been their problem. I think those players that they've had in their team, there's been bad eggs in the camp. He's put on a load of other players.
Let's see what he does. Has he got the balls to leave Van der Ven and Romero if he's got them available?
Well, yeah. We'll see. But it's going to be interesting towards the end of the season. But no, for me, based on what I saw there, they had commitment. I think they'll be all right. Leeds, the team that you're mentioning, Leeds' arse are starting to go, and and I'll be honest with you, it'd be a shame because I like Leeds.
I like Leeds.
But maybe Forest, because as you say, they can't score. But I think it's more likely going to come down to us and Leeds. I think it could be last game of the season to stay up.
Yeah,
could be last game. And I would say, if you offered me that now, I'd take it, because I'm nervous. Yeah. If you gave me that opportunity,
can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
If you offered me it now, I'll take it. Take it now, because I think
I don't know.
There's so many things, but there's so many things that can go wrong between now and then. If we're still in with a chance of staying up on the final day, I'd take it.
I mean, can you imagine can you imagine the tension of that game? What it'd be like?
Yeah, no, it'd be unbearable, to be honest. But
oh my God! I mean, I was watching Kieran last week, and he said even the Fulham game he could barely watch. He kept walking away from the TV. What's it going to be like the Leeds one? It'd be like times 10 with pressure.
I know.
That would be an absolute joke.
It will. But anyway, Gary, it's been lovely talking to you, mate.
I was going to say to you one last thing before I go.
Go on, mate.
You know, you said about the draw between Tottenham and Forest would be the preferable outcome. Yeah.
Yes.
On another respect, if Tottenham lost, that would knock them right back again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but then Forest.
Any momentum they picked up, they're suddenly beaten by Forest.
I don't know who I think we've got more chance of catching though. I don't know. I think maybe you're right. I think if Tottenham lost at home to Forest, that could send them on a downward spiral again. It could do. If they lost at home to Forest, that could fuck everything up.
I'll give you a little bit of an idea. They've got that Atletico game on midweek. Which again, another advantage we've got. We haven't banned Forest. They've got to play these games. We haven't got these games.
I think they've got to write that one off, haven't they? They're out of it already.
They will, but then you see what the attitude is of their players. But I think personally we want Tottenham to lose in some respect, because that would really knock them.
Yeah.
That would be it. They're really fragile. But again, mathematically, I suppose a draw will keep them both. If we win, we overtake the pair of them.
Yeah. No. I know. Well, look, hopefully the weekend goes that way. I mean, I will be completely fucking different then. I'll be completely different. I will. If it does go that way, and we, do you know what? If we win, I won't care what happens in the other game. I won't care.
No.
If we beat Villa, that's a statement of intent. Then I'll feel confident going into Wolves. Then I'll feel confident going into the other games. But it's just it's such fine margins in these battles.
You see, even the Wolves scenario. Where weeks ago people were saying, "Oh, Wolves, that's 3 points. That's 3." Everyone's looking at 3 points. Suddenly,
I'd rather,
Wolves, they're not their whipping boys anymore.
I'd rather play fucking Everton or Brentford than them at the minute. I've got to be honest.
Yeah. Well, they do look at their own games. They drew with Arsenal. They've beaten Liverpool, beaten Villa.
They're a good fucking team. They've got some good. I mean, their midfield is mustard. How their bottom? I've got no clue. Well,
other managers come in. He's got them playing.
They've got a good team, good players. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, Gary, going to let you go, mate.
All right, mate. Take it easy.
See you later.
Tell Nick.
Tell mate. Bye. Right. I'll tell you I'm going to phone because I've seen you in the chat. I'm going to surprise him. Hang on. Let's see if he picks up. 1 minute. You don't know I'm phoning him. So let's see what he...
Hello, mate.
Oi, Savaloy. How you doing, Al?
How you doing? Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. So, is it a good time?
It's always a good time.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Did you catch my little well, it wasn't a meltdown. Did you catch my video this morning with my concerns with the football? Yeah. What are your thoughts on it all with the game at the weekend?
with a lot of it, I'm pretty similar to you.
Yeah.
Look, we was all pleased with the point.
Yeah.
Great batting point. Nothing to disagree with there. But I do think there was more in that. No, I'm not saying I was going to go and beat them, but I think you got to try, ain't you?
Yeah.
I
That's
would
my
have
thing.
understood it. I think I would have been all on board with it, yeah, if he'd done what he'd done, and then say the last 20 minutes, just open up, come look, let's have a go the last 20 minutes, because the point ain't going to keep us up.
No.
It's not.
Well,
It's great. It's only a great point because it's Man City.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a good point against anyone else. Yeah, it's a good point because it's City. But it's not about playing City now or Villa. It's about just stealing 3 points.
I think. Do you know what you're seeing this season as well? I think you're seeing anyone can beat anyone on their day as well. I think if you give yourself a chance, you can beat anyone. You can.
Yeah, but look, the league's on top. We said in a minute. Look at Wolves. Who wants to play Wolves at the moment?
Well, yeah, no one.
I don't.
No.
I don't think we beat Leeds. I don't think we beat Wolves at the moment.
No. Well, it won't be easy. That'll be one of our toughest games. It will be.
Wolves are now playing, and Leeds were a couple of months ago. They're just all out. They seem to win. They don't bother about how many they concede more. They refrain by attacking, which is Leeds were going well for a while.
Yeah, and they seem to have gone. They've gone a little bit cautious now. I think the pressure's got to Leeds a little bit, innit? Luckily, seems to have because they've changed the way.
It has, but
cheers, mate.
I mean, I see a lot of people in the chat and that. Yeah, listen, if it comes down to it, it does.
Yeah,
but I don't fancy that game. If it comes down to that Leeds game, I don't fancy that.
No, this is when I look at the last. Oh fucking hell! When I look at the last 4, I'll put them up again. The last 4, Brentford away. Look, that's a game we could win. We've just beat them in the FA Cup. We could beat Brentford. Arsenal.
Yeah,
that's maybe. I don't know. It's unlikely. Newcastle away. We've won there before. We have done, but they're not easy games. Brentford away, Arsenal at home, Newcastle away before Leeds. That's what I keep saying. The next 4 games, a block of 4. And I think if you look at each of the teams that we're going up against, if you look at Forest, if you look at Spurs, if you look at Leeds, they've all got games comparable to ours. Some of them probably a little bit easier.
Yeah,
a little bit easier.
I don't think anyone's got a better or worse.
No.
All games you got to win for all of us.
Yeah.
They're all tough games. Whatever you're running is, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, we might get lucky. Like, if Arsenal won the league, and I know they wouldn't ever say this or openly say it, but if they could put out a Mickey Mouse side against us and save their players for the Champions League game or whatever, they'd have one eye on Tottenham going down.
Yeah,
you better believe it. They will. They'll never admit it, but 100%, that's the dream for them.
Oh yeah, big time.
If they could cover that up, if they had a way of putting a Mickey Mouse side out and had excuses ready for it, I think they would.
I reckon. What you saying? Arsenal sinking Tottenham?
Yeah.
No, I think they would as well. But look, there's every chance. There's every chance of that. There's every if Tottenham don't win,
that will be being had.
If Tottenham don't win, because Tottenham could be kind of out of it by then. If Tottenham all of a sudden pick up some momentum, which they might not, because Forest ain't shit. They're at home to Forest at the weekend, so I think whoever wins that could go on a little bit of a run, and then it's probably out of us, them, and Leeds. Hopefully, still Leeds.
Yeah. Well, look, I said to you a couple of weeks ago when I was on, I've never thought Spurs would go.
No.
And the reason I thought that is back then, I said it back then, that all Tottenham really need is a couple of wins.
Yeah.
So we're now at the end of the season. And even one win, I think, would be enough for them.
Yeah.
They're going to nick a draw somewhere. And I've got a feeling Forest will beat Spurs, like.
Well,
although,
mate, I'm telling you now.
Pound for pound.
I'll change it. I'll tell you now. I think if Forest beat Spurs at White Hart Lane, I would then be tipping Tottenham to go down. Because I think at that point, that'll be 1 6-pointer they've lost too many. I think the fan base will fucking melt down. I think they'll sack Tudor at that point, and then that's the merry-go-round. It starts again. You know, another manager comes in.
Yeah,
you know, tries the same players. It don't work. So I think at that point, if Tottenham lose that game, I think they'll go.
Yeah, I mean, I sound like I'm going against what I originally said. Like, but I don't think Spurs will go. But I just think Forest are not a good fit for Spurs because Forest will just go at them.
Yeah, they will. They will.
The Forest will just go at them for the entire game. Yeah, and that's not a good fit for them at the moment.
Well,
because their defense,
they've been playing
their
well.
defense is shit.
Yeah, they've been playing. Forest have been creating fuckloads of chances. They just at some point they'll start hitting the net. You got to think they will, but they're not. They're not hitting the target. They're not scoring. At some point, I think they're gonna give someone a walloping. I think they will at some point.
Yeah, I fancy Forest to beat Spurs.
Yeah, well,
and to me, that's
the dream.
Well, it is, but the danger I feel with that is, I still think Spurs have got a win or two left in them. Yeah,
yeah,
against certain clubs, and the way they play. Yeah,
yeah.
And the trouble is, if I'm right on that, and Forest beat them, and Spurs still have a couple of wins in them before the end of the season, that's making it even tougher for us.
Yeah,
I just think
I don't think there's going to be any good. I think one thing that I have accepted now, we're not going to be out of this until the last game or two. If we're out of it, you know, if anything, we probably are going to need a win on the final day. I think it is going to go down to the wire for whichever team. Probably. Yeah. I think what you'll end up with. I don't think you'll have four. You won't have 4 teams in it come the last 2-3 games. I think it'll be down to 2. Be down to 2 teams. It's just whatever 2 teams that is. You know,
I mean, look, I totally agree with what a lot of the other people are saying. I mean, out of all of us in that bottom group, at the moment on paper, we look the ones more likely to string results together. We do.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that. We're the better form side at the moment down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so much, like you said earlier, depends on. Are we going to go and try and win these games?
Yeah.
Or is Nuno thinking, let's just keep nipping away, getting a point? Do you know what I mean?
That's what worries me with him, and that's the thing. People look. Well, I suppose it's not a criticism; it's a fear, right? Because Nuno can't help the type of manager that he is. He can't, and he's done a load of good work with this team. You can see that from whether we like the performance or not. The commitment that the players showed was different fucking level. It was, which shows that they've got togetherness as a team. And he has to take credit for that. But when it comes down to him and his tactical approach to a game, and he's that can, you know, we'll see as it comes up. I just think it hasn't been defensive football like that that's got us to where we are now between January and now. It's not. It's going out there trying to win games, scoring goals. That's what's got us there. It's not that didn't fucking get us there at all.
No, look, one good thing, which we've both mentioned in the past, along with other people, like, it was one thing to go down when we was looking at it 6 weeks ago, yeah?
Yeah.
If we still don't, this we're going down, having a go, playing better, a little bit, you know, a little bit of bollocks in them at the moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all we ask for. That's all you ask for. And then if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. You have to take that on the chin.
Yeah. Look.
I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing.
But we were going out with a whimper, weren't we?
Mate, massively. It really was. Although, do you know, there is a part of me, not because of West Ham, the team are going to be, you know, they can be proud of themselves. So if we go right till the end and whatever happens, we go down, I just feel like from a fan's perspective, people like me who's been mugging off Tottenham on YouTube and things like that, I think if we weren't to survive now and like fucking, you know, Spurs stay up and Millwall fucking get relegated, Millwall get promoted, it could be one of the most cringy, fucking horrible, heartbreaking relegations.
It's on the knife edge, isn't it? It's on the knife edge between 2 things now. Yeah. The greatest survival ever if Spurs go down
Yeah.
and Millwall come up, it's the best survival ever.
Oh yeah.
If that happens, yeah,
It would be.
it could be, like you say, it could be the worst. Spurs stay up, Millwall come up, and we drop. We could get in the neck off every time, don't we?
Oh, Matt, yeah. I mean, you're right there as well. If we do stay up, even now at this stage, you know, because it's been we was gone. You know, when we lost to Wolves, when we got battered by Wolves, you know, nobody would have given us a hope in hell's chance. You know, Russ was saying that when he went to the game when he phoned in earlier on. Nobody would have given us a chance. So to turn it around like we have is impressive. And when you consider the teams that we're going up against, there's no muggy teams there now. Even the bottom team, Wolves, ain't muggy. They're not. None of them are. They're all decent. So if we can somehow turn it around and pull out of it, that'd be good. The only thing, as Gary said earlier on, it's like you're in quicksand. We've come so close in so many sort of weekends where we've had chances to sort of kind of, do you know what I mean? To jump out. We have in the past, in recent weeks.
Yeah.
And we haven't taken it. And we're really close now. We're there. We're on the cusp. We're level on points with Forest, I think, and Spurs. We're all on 29 points. But we're not out yet, you know, and I can't relax until we are. Thing is then, even if you get out, even if you're only out by a point, you ain't safe, are you? Even then.
No,
that's the thing.
I tend to think, though, but don't get me wrong, Villa Park's never an easy place to go, and when they're on song, they're a good side. But I actually think this is the one, this is the game. I really do, because the thing is, I think away from home, the pressure's not as heavy away from home. Villa will come out and play, yeah, and they'll leave room for us to play.
Yeah.
That you will get chances against Villa. You definitely will. When we got to take them, that's the hard bit. But I think Villa's, for me, I think Villa's an easier game than Brentford in some ways.
Well, Villa have got to go for it because I think they're on the verge of dropping out the top four. They can't fuck around anymore. They've got to go for the win. So that could play into our hands. It could do.
Yeah, it's going to leave room for us to play.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Whereas a lot of the other sides we've got to play ain't going to do that. They're not going to go all out.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that ain't really got anything to play for, isn't there? So I think if you got to be looking, I suppose you're looking at the mid-tablers really. So your Brightons, your Sunderlands, you know, those teams that are kind of they're not getting in Europe, but they're, I suppose even like Everton are still challenging for Europe, aren't they? But Bournemouth, teams like that, they're at the stage now where they're going to be approaching beach time. They're thinking, well, you know. It's a difference between fucking 10th and 12th, isn't it, for some of these teams? It don't really make a difference to them. So it ain't like they're fighting for their lives. Whereas you've got some teams at the top that are going to be fucking giving it their all, and you've got teams at the bottom that are fighting for their life. So I think probably what you want to be drawing are the teams in the middle at the minute.
Yeah, I got this. Like you say, the likes of Sunderland, there's one already, mate. They've stayed up.
They're fine. They're fine.
That was their objective.
Yeah, they're fine. You know,
but, you know, obviously, I can't see Leeds in anything at that go.
No. Well, they've got Brentford. Are they playing now? No, they're not playing now. No, they've got Brentford at home. So Leeds have got Brentford at home. Then they've got they're not going to get anything at Man U. But then they've got Wolves at home. That'd be a good fucking game because they're two attacking teams. And then they've got Bournemouth away.
Easy.
No, it's not easy.
Yeah, Bournemouth ain't easy.
No.
Bournemouth last game of the season, they'll want to win.
Yeah.
Their fans in the last game of the season, they'll want to win that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, Leeds have not really been that much in the conversation, but they quickly could be. They could be after this weekend.
I tell you what though, Al. What could happen this Sunday? We could win, right?
Yeah.
Well, we could win. I think even a draw. Is it even a draw? It is, yeah. So we could win or draw. Tottenham could lose. Tottenham could end up in the bottom three.
Yeah.
They could end up in the bottom three. That'd be fucking interesting, wouldn't it?
And the thing, it will be interesting because the thing is for that is it might only be 1 point difference, yeah. But to find yourself in that bottom three will put fucking fear of death through that club.
Oh, massively. Tudor, like I said, Tudor will be gone. If they lose at home to Forest, they'll sack him. He'll be gone. You'll have Twitchy in there for the last few games, wouldn't you?
Do you know what? Yeah, what would be funny is if they bring Red Dap in like everyone was saying, like for us, and he'll go in there and do the job, won't he?
He'll go and relegate him. Inside job.
I don't think he would though. I don't think he would.
No.
Because he loves the spotlight. He'd want to go in and save them.
Oh no. He won't, because he'll be on a massive fucking bonus for if he keeps him up. You know, he'll be like 3-4 million for if he keeps him in the league. So he'll be doing everything he can to keep him up, because there's nothing Harry loves more than a pound note.
I'm still definitely more on the side of I still think we're bad in trouble.
Oh mate, we are. Yeah, so
and
am
a
I.
lot of that is because even with the upturn in form and all this and the other, I look at it and we're still first and bottom.
Yeah, I know.
We're still there.
Yeah, we're still. Yeah, I do feel the same. Even with everything that we've done, the gap that we've closed, and everything else, there's 8 games left. We're still in the bottom 3. I can't relax yet. And everything that everyone's saying is valid. It really is. You know, we was 14 points behind Tottenham. Now we're level on points with them. We've made up 14 points on them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not knocking anyone who's adamant we're staying up. That's brilliant. I wish I felt that way. You know what I mean? I wish I was that sure of it. But for me, like you said earlier, I think you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
If we're going to get 3 points at Villa Park, I will 100% believe them.
Yeah, definitely. Then you can't ignore it. Then I think, because that's a massive win for us under pressure. I wouldn't put it past us getting a win. I wouldn't back Villa to beat us, you know, in a bet or anything like that.
No, I said to you, of all them teams we've got left to play, this is the one I fancy us.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just, and that's the thing. I just feel like, in a sense, people are right. It is in our hands, because we are the informed team. We've got a team that are together. They've clicked. We've got a proper team there now. We are. I think the only thing that can fuck this up now, I'm going to say it, is Nuno. For all the good work that he's done.
Yeah, see,
the only thing that can fuck this up now is Nuno.
One thing I'll say about that,
go on.
I would argue that when people say it's in our hands, it's not in our hands. It's only in your hands when you're out of that bottom 3.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're chasing, and we're relying on other teams losing, That's not in our hands,
Yeah.
Beat Villa, then it's in our hands. We're at the bottom 3. It's in our hands to keep ourselves out of it. But until you're out of that bottom 3, it is definitely not in our hands. We're still chasing.
And I think this is my point as well from the weekend. My point is, I think until you're out of that bottom 3, you can't be playing for a point. You can't.
No.
You can't ever be setting up for a fucking point especially when you're at home. Don't matter who you're facing. You have to be going for all 3 points. Maybe look, if you're 3 points outside the relegation zone and you're playing City, you can play it safe. Then, if you've got something to protect, but we ain't got fuck all to protect at the minute. We're trying to get out the relegation zone. So, yeah, I don't know.
I would have been happy with what he done. Yeah, if quarter an hour from the end, he livened the bottom, said, "Go and have a go and try and lick it."
Yeah.
If he left it to the last 15 minutes, I would have been fine with that.
Well, I think what he did was he brought Traore on, didn't he? But which I was calling for, but fuck me. I mean, there's just nothing there, is there, from that bloke? There's nothing there at all. I was expecting. There was there was a breakaway, wasn't there? Where look, he's not a forward, he's not a striker, he's a winger. So when Boehm carried the ball forward and he had Traore out to his right hand side. Traore made the most fucking, I don't know what that run was, what he did there, but it wasn't a striker's run. He ran away from him, sort of over the other side, and Bowen ended up turning around and going back the other way. And
I'll tell you what it makes me think as well. Like, and I've said it myself, lots of us have said it, you know what I mean? When you think back to Antonio, I was guilty, as many of us were, saying, like, all he's really got is pace and power.
Yeah.
Well, Traore's got pace and power, but he ain't no Antonio, is he?
The thing is, mate, Antonio had so much more than that. He did. He was unorthodox. You know, Antonio was intelligent as well. Like the best that you saw from Bowen was when Antonio was in that team. Antonio just used to drag defenders out of his way. He was always making unselfish runs. He was. I'll tell you, if we had Antonio now, fuck me, we'd be laughing.
Yeah, we would. Yeah,
Prime Antonio,
because we'd have an outlet. He'd
Yeah.
have an ball for a start.
I mean, Christ. I mean, he used to used to pump balls to him. He used to nod the ball on and go and chase his own flick on. He did.
I mean, I said this in the chat. I think you said it before and all that. But what we can't do, as good as it is, saying that all our best players at the moment are defensive players. That's great. It's great they're in good form, and we need that. But it's not enough.
It's not. It's not
enough.
No, I think when your defenders are your man of them. Well, I suppose you can get away with it against City. To be fair, but you got. Do you know what I was surprised with? Hang on, I'll pull this up. 1 minute, lineups. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this is the actual official ratings of our players. Hang on, don't know whether you can see that. Can you?
No, nothing yet.
Hang on. So you had Hermansen, amazingly, at 7.6. Tadebo on 7.2. Mavropanos 8.8. Dizazi got a 5.1. You had Wan-Bissaka with a 5.5. Souček with a 6.9. Fernandes with a 5.9. Diouf with a 6.3. Pablo had a 6. Castellanos was a 5.1. And Bowen was a 6.8. So our two... The only players that we got there over a 7 was our goalkeeper, Mavropanos and Tadebo. That was it. Everyone else was 5s and 6s in that game. Does make you make you wonder, doesn't it? Because we come out of that.
I would have touched a 7 on Bowen in that game.
Yeah, Bowen was working hard, but I think that will. I think it's all stat based, isn't it? What they do that on. It's Opta.
Yeah. I thought that attacking was obviously. There's no points for that because there weren't none. But his work rate, and he looked like a captain in that game.
Yeah, he did, and he spoke well after the game as well.
Yeah. That was the captain's performance. So fair play to him. But look, we've been saying it all season. He can't do it on his own. He will win that ball. He'll put tackles in, and he'll nip off down that right hand side. But he'll look up, and there'll be no one to give it to.
Yeah, no, I know. We've seen that a lot, mate. We've seen it a lot. We've seen it with a lot of our players. Some of them that have gone where they pick the ball up. There's nothing in front of them. There's nothing there. Nothing for them to pass to.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that Jimmy's really flourished.
I like Tatty. You know, he works hard. He he presses. He loves stop running the boy. But it's not. It's not enough. It's great in games like the City game. You want Tatty doing that because he's defending.
Yeah,
he's your first line defence.
Well, he was getting no luck against their defenders, was he? Fuck me, he was non-existent.
No.
No,
he was the first line defence, if anything. But we can't be doing that when we go to Villa.
No, we've got to give it. We've got to give it a go. We need to win. We need to win that game.
Yeah,
I think this is our chance. I think you said
points so good.
I think you said last time we spoke. You said we need a scalp. Now look, Fulham away was a good result. It was, but this is. I suppose you could call this a cup final. This one, they're all cup finals, but this really is because the prize is to lift ourselves out of the relegation zone on our own merit. We've earned our way to this point, and now we've got an opportunity to go away to a team where we ain't got a bad record there. They're in bad form. If we beat them, we lift ourselves out. So we've got an opportunity. If we don't take it, we don't fucking take it. But
I've lost count of how many times already this season we've said, "Oh, this is the game." We've had about 10 of them, But this really is the one.
Yeah.
More than any of the ones coming after it all, because this is the opportune game. All the stars are aligned today. You've got the two teams we're trying to chase playing each other.
Yeah.
This is absolutely one where if he doesn't do it for the rest of if he wins this, if he goes out and plays attacking football and tries to win this game and we nick it, then by all means,
I'll feel a lot better. I'll feel a lot better.
Protect it.
Yeah, but I'll feel a lot better about what he did against City. Then I think if we go out against Villa and we play attacking and we win the game, I'll feel an awful lot better about the way that we approached. Not the point. I will say that again. The point was good, but I'll feel a lot better about the way that we approach that game, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because you'll know that he's choosing to do it at the right time, not just do it in every game.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what we need. We need to know that Nuno knows when and when not to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
At the
That's
moment,
my point.
At the moment, all we've got to go on is he does it against everyone in the past. Yeah.
He does.
But Brentford, he went for them. He went for them in the cup. He did. He went for that game. He made the right subs. And we need to see a bit of that in the league games.
Yeah, no. I agree, mate. I agree, and we have still got the FA Cup as well. So I mean that will be amazing. I think if we can beat Villa, lift ourselves out the bottom three. When do we play Leeds? Then is that on this list? I think it is. Yeah. So we beat Villa. We then play Leeds in the quarterfinal. I mean that'd be fucking good, wouldn't it?
I mean what a turnaround in 2 games that would be.
Yeah. So look, yeah, there is. So I do actually get why a lot of people got angry with me this morning as well. I do get it because people are so proud of the team at the moment. I get it. But from my point of view, what I'm trying to explain is I'm worried about Nuno because I think sometimes we've seen it with him. He can't help himself sometimes. He does weird fucking things. So I'm just worried that he doesn't fuck up the good work that he's done because he has done good work here this year.
Yeah. I mean, look, maybe I'm a bit of a glass half full, but I don't know. But my first thing is, you can be proud of how we're performing at the moment, but I've still got to ask the question: where the fuck was that early on in the season?
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, if this doesn't work,
if this
doesn't work, and we don't stay up, that question will be fucking asked because that was bullshit. What happened before Christmas? And it ain't
he's had the squad to do this,
and it ain't because we signed Tatty that we've started playing like this. It ain't. I'm not having that.
No.
So
no, I think Tatty has helped.
Yeah.
He's helped to protect that midfield a bit because of the amount of running he does, without a doubt. He's made it harder to just go through knife through butterfly in midfield.
Yeah.
Because he is the first line of defence.
Yeah.
But we needed a striker. You know what I mean? He's doing a good job of protecting that midfield, but that's not really what we wanted, is it?
No, you kind of you want goals. Ideally, is what you want from a goal scorer. But anyway, Al,
absolutely.
Anyway, Al, I'm gonna let you go. You've had a terrible line tonight, but I didn't want to cut you off because you was in full flow. But no, it's a great chat, mate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Not all the time. Just at times you went a little bit Dalek-y. You went a little bit like that. But
okay. Well, look, I'll speak. This time with me speak next throughout the bottom three, mate.
I hope so, mate. Mate, Alan, pleasure as always.
Take care of yourself, son.
Ta-ra, mate. See you later.
Ta, mate. Bye.
Right, there you go, people. I think we got a fair kind of balance of views there. Ultimately, the point I'm going to keep making until we're at that bottom three is it ain't going to be fucking plain sailing. I'm sticking to it. Because I think it can still go any way. It can. If we beat Villa at the weekend, I'm going to be floating on air and, we'll be above Tottenham, hopefully. We'll be in the bottom three. It'll be completely different for me. But until we get there, I'm going to be a nervous fucking wreck. And I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm looking forward to us playing at the same time as these other teams as well. This has been fucking torture. We've been playing the day before these teams all the time, and I'm not coping, people. I'm not coping. I don't know whether you've noticed. I'm just desperate for us to stay up. I am. Especially because Spurs could go down. They could go down. But look, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks, everyone that phoned in. It was lovely to talk to you all. Thanks to everyone in the chat as well. I hope it all makes sense now anyway. I'm not slagging anyone off. I acknowledge that Nuno has done a good job, that he's doing a good job. I'm just worried about Nuno and his impulses that we all know that he's got. I don't want him to fuck up the good work that he's done. That's what I don't want. Because we should stay up this year based on the last 15 games. We've done amazingly well. Look, I'm going to go now anyway. Please drop a like on the video if you haven't already. And I will speak to you all soon. Come on, you irons.